Welcome to my favorite place in the hills. It's Beaver Dam by our cabin, and I don't know about you, but you can hear you can hear the birds in the background, and you can hear the music of heaven, and it gives me peace, and I pray it will give you peace also. I believe that Jesus had a place by the Sea of Galilee where he too heard the birds, and it was probably at a time like that with his disciples when the birds were singing and the sun was coming down, and that the disciples were sitting there, and he said, "Listen to the birds." It's in Matthew chapter 6. Listen to the birds. They don't they don't sow, they don't reap, they don't store things up in the barns, and yet God feeds them. He's saying, do not worry about what you shall eat, what you shall drink, and what you shall wear, because God will take care of you, just like He takes care of the birds. And He says, look at the wildflowers, look at the lilies of the field, how splendid and beautiful they're clothed. They're clothed more beautiful than Solomon's clothes. And they are here one day and gone the next. How much more valuable are you? So do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough worries of its own. And He goes on to say this to us. He says, but seek the kingdom of God first and His righteousness, and all these things will be added on to you. The Father says, if you put me first, I will give you the clothes, I will give you the food, I will give you the shelter, I will give you what you need. He says, I will be the source of this. And I just want to say, when I think of it, I think of a man who really motivated my faith, and that is a guy called George Mueller. George Mueller was starting orphanages in Bristol, England in the 1840s. And the neat thing about this man is he had no money, nor did he ever send out letters asking for money. He just trusted their Father for provisions. And at one point, he actually had over 2,000 orphans that he fed every single day. And one of the stories came up where there was no food in the cupboards one night. He told the kids, set the tables and give thanks for the food. And so they sat down and they gave thanks for the food. By the time they said thanks for the food, there was a knock on the door, and a man came with a truck full of food and says, I feel led to give you some food. Over and over again, God provided for this man as he trusted in Him. And so I can only personally say that many times I have been in a predicament where unless God came through, I could not pay my bills, or I could not do what I need to do. He is your source. He's saying to you as you are listening to this, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has enough worries of its own. But trust God. Put Him first, and He'll provide for all your needs. He's the source of everything. So I just want to pray blessings on you. I just pray blessings upon who listen, that Father, whatever their needs are, God, may they experience your provisions, Lord, whether that is to a tax receipt, whether that is to a friend, whether it's to surprising gifts. I just pray, Father, they will see you in the midst of it. And I just want to say this, my friends, don't discount how God does it. It can be in many different ways. When you ask for it, He opens up channels by which your needs will be met. So Father, I bless you, bless those who listen, they will be able to trust you with this. Just before I leave today, this beautiful place, I just want to say to you, on Tuesday nights, we're going to have Alpha again. And I want to say thank you for joining us on Sunday mornings with thanks and likes and sharing it with many people. Thank you for being part of the body. Let us grow together. Let us journey this journey of a crisis together, trusting in God and in His provisions. And may we come out on the other end with testimonies of God's amazing ways. The Lord bless you. The Father take your needs and provide for your basic needs, whatever they are. Bless you and be with you. May God be with you. Amen.